Operation Moshtarak, the Brits' big push against the Taliban, is well underway. Playing a major role in the operation is the Tornado GR4 fast jet bomber. Pilot and navigator Goody and Loza have been scrambled to support troops in contact with the enemy on the ground, providing the GR4's sophisticated surveillance technology and its awesome firepower. I wanted to find out what it was like for Goody and Loza flying a combat mission. But with both seats taken, the nearest I could get was at RAF Marham in Norfolk, where 31 Squadron were preparing for their deployment to Afghanistan. I'm going to be flying a sortie with them in the navigator's seat. My mission is to come back with a crucial surveillance photograph taken from behind enemy lines.
Task today is close air support. The timers have changed to meet in with the requirements of the Army now. We're looking at 1400 to 1500 on task. Pick up your domestic card, please. That's the small one you're carrying, Mike. Mission call sign is Voodoo. It's going to be myself and Ken in number 1. We've got aircraft 035, parked in 47. You guys are in aircraft 098.
Just as in Operation Moshtarak, our mission is reconnaissance, flying over Allied ground troops to gather information about enemy positions and weaponry. For the exercise, we're using the nearby army training site at Stanford, Stanta for short. Established in World War II, it was used to train soldiers ahead of the D-Day landings. Today, it houses a complete replica of an Afghan village, where Gurkhas and real amputees play the parts of wounded Afghan soldiers and locals. The scenarios are incredibly realistic and illustrate just how important reliable air reconnaissance can be in the heat of battle.
A little bit closer than you were expecting.
On my mission, I'll be flying in the navigator's seat behind pilot Matt McLean. But I'm not just along for the ride. I'll be operating the Tornado's high-tech surveillance pod, and after a series of thorough briefings, it's time to get kitted up. Over the top of a water-resistant flight suit. A pair of G-trousers designed to keep everything in place if the mission gets a bit hairy, which my pilot assures me it will.
These will squeeze my legs if the plane goes into a G manoeuvre.
That's right, yeah.
Squeeze the blood up.
And your belly, yep.
And my belly. Squeeze the blood up, keep it up the top
yep,
so I don't
stop
pass
you from
out.
passing out. Yep.
Okay.
Okay, so remember. And if you feel the need to relieve yourself during a flight, you can go.
These are wee bags?
Yes.
Are they really?
Yeah.
Big neck. So where's our aircraft?
It's in this little hangar here.
See, this is the bit that I've been sort of dreaming of, walking up to the aircraft now.
Yeah.
Knowing full well. With all the kit on, knowing full well I'm going to be strapped in it in a minute.
Bit of a Top Gun shot.
It is a little bit, yeah. There she is. It's not every day you get to come and do this, is it? Look at this. Tornado jet. And it's mine for the afternoon. Wow. Oh, quite to tell you how excited I am. Wish it had my name on the side. Just up there somewhere. Looks fantastic, doesn't it? Looks absolutely awesome. Right. Well, time for me to get bolted in and go for the ride of my life. I've never been so full of nervous excitement in my life. This is just fantastic being bolted in here.
So the time has come. I'm in the navigator and weapons operator seat of a £30 million Tornado GR4 on my way to capture reconnaissance images to help troops on the ground. Exactly what Goody and Loza are doing as part of Operation Moshtarak.
Brakes on. Maxi burners. Nozzles, TBTs are all good. Give me one. Nozzles, TBTs. Good. Nozzles, TBTs, fuel flows.
As 34,000 pounds of thrust from the Tornado's 2 Rolls-Royce turbofan engines kick in, I realise I'm in for the ride of my life.
How you doing, Mike? Yeah, I'm good. Very good. Yeah, nice and smooth now. That was fantastic. Well, you do fly close, don't you? Yeah. Flipping hell.
Our mission may be reconnaissance, but these guys train for warfare. Time for Matt to practice an attack run, and for me to hold on to my G trousers.
This gets a little bit high G at the end. On the position, pause, fire, fire, fire. G coming on. Oh, wow, gee whiz. Oh. Safe, check it for launches, nothing seen. Oh. You alright? Yep, fine. Oh, that really gets you, doesn't it? Picking for launch, nothing seen. Back on the safe line. You're having a laugh. Oh, straight level, please. Come to that now.
After pulling 5 Gs and just about holding on to my lunch, I need to refocus on the mission.
Okay, right, as we get near Stanta, if you want to go to your reconnaissance page and set the camera to run, we'll capture those images. No worries at all, thank you. Right, Mike, that little box of tricks, can you just put 3652 in it, please, for me? No worries. Thank you.
I'm in charge of operating the Tornado's state-of-the-art reconnaissance pod. The troops on the ground are waiting for intelligence on enemy positions, and their safety is in my hands.
Common control, copy. Common control, I'm currently located at Stanta, and we're currently looking for counter-IED and IDF work.
With intel about troop positions relayed to us, we can swoop in and start our reconnaissance. The images can be viewed in the cockpit or transmitted to a ground station. In our case, they're being recorded for analysis back at base. The Tornado's lightning-free pod camera is one of the most advanced in the world. It can take incredibly detailed pictures day and night from vast distances, reducing the Tornado's exposure to attack. Mission accomplished. But the GR4 is a thirsty beast, and with full afterburners on, would use half a ton of fuel even before leaving the runway. Time then for a pit stop with a TriStar.
Right, 1 o'clock now, and you can see he's actually refuelling us VC-10 at the minute from the TriStar. I mean, technically that's a near miss, isn't it? Well, it's a hit really, to be honest.
The L1011 TriStar is an adapted passenger airliner capable of carrying nearly 140,000 kilograms of fuel. Typically, that's enough to refuel up to 20 aircraft. It's my job to talk the pilot into the TriStar's refueling hose. There's no room for error. We're just meters away from a plane with a belly full of aviation fuel travelling at over 500 kilometres per hour. What could possibly go wrong?
Okay, yeah, you want to go right, slightly right. Good stuff. That's it, you're on, go up, you're in. Look at that. Well done. Perfect. First time, fantastic. Straight in, you've earned your money. How disconcerting, sitting underneath the arse of the TriStar. Isn't it? Yeah, it's really weird, really weird. Okay, so that's done, so I'm just going to back out now. No worries, just back out around the hose. Trying to keep it nice and straight.
So with a full tank, although sadly no air miles, it's time to head back to base. An awe-inspiring experience, but was it a successful mission?
Okay, here we come. And down.
As soon as we touch down, the pod's hard drive is removed for analysis, and this is the result. John Patterson, how are you? Oh wow, look at that. You can actually see people moving around.
Yep.
A crystal clear photograph of the target location that shows a complete layout of the area. Analysts can not only pick out enemy positions, but they can even see what type of weapons they're carrying. But it's as much about what they don't see as what they do.
The idea is that we find areas where people are avoiding things, a bridge, for instance, or part of a route. If the locals are avoiding it, there's something odd.
And all this from a photograph taken from a Tornado GR4 up to 20 kilometres away at speeds of around 500 kilometres an hour. 4.5 hours after taking off on their support mission for Operation Mostarak, pilot Goody and weapons operator Loza returned safely to base.
You look beat, you two. All successful? Job done? I think you was up in about 6 minutes, and there you were saying to me, if we can get up in 30 minutes, that's the contract. We usually do it in 15. 6 minutes, you're away. So
yeah,
top
it was a
work.
quick start. The engineers did an absolutely superb job.
Top work.
So.
Well, I know you're tired and you deserve a brew. We've been hanging around to catch a word of you. Thank you very much, guys. That was amazing.
Thanks
Tremendous day. Thank you.
See you later.
Enjoy your tea.
Back on the ground, there's been heavy fighting, but thankfully few casualties. Operation Mostarak, the Allies' biggest single push against the Taliban, has been a success. The insurgents are in retreat, and new ground has been taken. Frontline battle machines like Dragon Runner, Trojan, the guided multiple missile launcher and Tornado were amongst a massive array of technology that played its part. The real heroes of the moment, of course, their operators and the troops on the front line.